Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday. It's Tuesday, April the 17th, 2012, and this is the Project of Doom. I promised you guys I would have it bound this week. It's not actually finished. I have from about the center of the top to right here to finish binding, but I couldn't resist showing it to you guys anyway. And as you can see, I'm not in my usual location. I usually show quilts outside, but my clothesline is only as tall as my head, and this quilt is a bit taller, as you can see, and I really wanted you to be able to see the entire quilt. So this is my living room. I actually moved my sofa away from this wall. It usually sits between these two bookcases so that I could show you this entire quilt from top to bottom. For those of you that didn't follow me in 2011, the Project of Doom was a Harry Potter block of the week that I hosted all year on Harry Potter paper piecing on LiveJournal. During the middle of the year, about May, I started Fandom and Stitches, and by the end of the Project of Doom, all of the other patterns that I had done that were fandom-wise and the patterns that I had sort of collected from numerous other super talented designers were all posted on Fandom and Stitches. So now you can find all of these patterns, including the layout, for free. These were all designed by me. You can find them all on Fandom and Stitches under Harry Potter. The Project of Doom is the very top. Each page on Fandom Stitches has a menu, and it'll tell you what category you're looking for. So if you click on the Project of Doom, or just search for the Project of Doom on Fandom and Stitches, you will find all of these patterns. So these are all still free. There's still people working on the Project of Doom, which is amazing. I cannot explain what it was like to design this project, which for me was my last big Harry Potter quilting project, and it was intended to be that from the beginning. But also to share this with so many other enthusiastic fans, many of which had never sewn a quilt block in their life, and have all these people come into it and come into my life, and many of those people are now what I would consider very good friends. So this was an awesome experience for me. I posted a block a week until they were all posted. We only took 1 week off, and at the end I posted a couple of layout options, and a lot of people finished. There are a lot of completed Project of Doom quilts. Shannon Shaw at Rock Creek Quilts quilted my quilt, and I will show you guys some awesome detail in a minute. This quilt has almost all of the titles from the Harry Potter series. When I planned the quilt, I hadn't originally planned to embroider titles on every single book on the quilt. I did manage to get all but about 15 titles on my quilt, and I did hand embroider every title that's on here, and they're all titles from the Harry Potter series. So they're all actual titles that J.K. Rowling created for part of the story. So now we're going to do a little bit of a close-up so I can show you some of the awesome detail that that Shannon created, Hermione Jean, Shannon Shaw. Some of the awesome details she created with quilting, and what some of the embroidery looks like now that the whole quilt is almost complete. So what I really want to show you here is just some of the quilting detail. You can see that she did a nice little meandery stipple in the background, and then she actually outlined the major shapes on the different blocks. So all of the books she stitched in the ditch around, and then she stitched around the star on this block and around the lightning bolt on this block. And so the back of this quilt is just as fabulous as the front of this quilt. Let me show you just a little bit of the quilting, and you can see some of my artwork while we're at it. So if you can get a look at that, you can see there, that's Hedwig right there on the back. You can see how she was outline stitched, and you can see all of the beautiful stippling and the wood grain. And you can see the books on the next block. You can see that I actually embroidered all the names on all the blocks. So this is Spellman's Syllabary, Where There's a Wand, There's a Way, Great Wizards of the 20th Century. And I tried to do sort of thematic areas of the quilt, not like hugely, but I tried to put blocks around. So Hedwig is sitting on Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and there's a whole block that's all Quidditch that's next to a block that has the broomstick in it. So I did try to sort of use as many whimsical, interesting fabrics as I could. I actually learned to embroider for this project. I didn't do any embroidery before at all, And it's kind of fun because you can tell from my first block to my last block how much I improved between and in the process. And I did embroider every block individually with muslin on the back. I didn't piece the whole top and then embroider it because that would have been crazy. I made a list which is available on Fandom and Stitches. There's a list of all the books mentioned in the Harry Potter series. So it's all the different titles that are specific to Harry Potter, and these are all books that are mentioned, like they're mentioned in the library, or it's something Hermione's reading, or it's something that they looked up, or it's something someone else has, or just whatever things that they see in Flourish and Blots. And so these are all real titles within the Harry Potter universe. Originally, I was going to try to finish this quilt in May, get the binding on and the sleeve and the label and everything, but now I'm going to try to get this finished I'm going to have this finished at the end of this weekend. I plan to have it finished before, but I might even have it finished in the next day or two. I just have a little bit of binding left to stitch down. The reason for this is I'm going to show the Project of Doom at an open air quilt show on April 28th, which is my birthday. It's an awesome store called Hennig House. I will put a link in the description. She's having an open air quilt show on the 28th of April. It's in Manor, but it's actually closer to Pflugerville than Manor. So it's going to be outside in a lovely country setting, and I will be showing the Project of Doom, and I will probably have a few of my other pieces there as well. So if you guys are anywhere nearby, please come out. I'm gonna be there at least part of the day. I don't know that I'll be there all day because it is my birthday, so I will be celebrating with my family as well. But my quilt will certainly be there. If you guys have been on So Hooked at all the last week, you've heard my very exciting news, which is I have a block coming out in Quiltmakers 100 Blocks. I will be part of their blog tour, so make sure you check that out. If you come to my blog, sohooked.com, you will see a link and the dates and everything like that. The magazine comes out on newsstands May 8th. You probably get it a little earlier if you have a subscription. But I will also be doing, in conjunction with Honeybee Quilt Store in Austin, which is where I teach, I will be having a trunk show and a signing. So you guys come and buy your Quiltmaker magazine at the store or bring your subscription, and I will sign it for you. So come get your signature, come see all my show and tell. I'm bringing tons of show and tell. I actually don't have a lot more to show besides this today because what I've been working on is finishing up some things for my trunk shows. So you guys come out and see that, and I'm gonna have lots of awesome stuff, and I'm gonna have a few giveaways too. So I'm still working on what I'll be giving away. I might be unveiling a new pattern at the trunk show. I'm still working on that, so we'll see. I don't expect to sleep much between now and then just because I have so much to do. The Linus Connection meets this Saturday, and I will be doing the demo on Saturday. So if you guys are going to be at Linus, make sure you come see my demo. I don't do demos very often because I'm usually sorting blankets, but I will be doing the demo this time around. Be sure and stop by So Hooked. We're still in the midst of the Paper Piece Pattern a Day Garden Party Blog Hop. Today was day 17. So there have been 17 amazing blocks so far, and we have all the way through the 30th. And we have a surprise post for May 1st, which is going to be a border block for anyone who makes all the blocks and wants to put a border around it. They will have a border block to use to go around their quilt. So that will be from a surprise guest designer that I haven't announced yet, so that's pretty awesome. I will also be participating in a blog hop for the release of Marie Bostwick's new book. So if you guys are familiar with Marie Bostwick, she writes novels about quilters. So I was really lucky and got invited to read her book before it was released and participate in this blog hop. So I will be doing a blog hop post for that, and there'll be a giveaway that will actually happen on the same day as one of the, I think it's on April 25th. So it will be happening on the same day as one of the garden party blog hops, but I will write a separate post for that. But I will be having a little giveaway, so make sure you stop by for that. That'll be next week. And I think that's it. I'm crazy busy right now. I've mentioned that before. This whole 2012 has been crazy busy for me. So, but it's been awesome. I've had a great time. I've talked to some awesome people this year. I've gotten to do some really cool things, and I think there are a lot more really cool things coming. So you guys check back. If you want the Project of Doom, FandomandStitches.com. If you're looking for the Garden Party Blog Hop, SoHook.com. And come to Honeybee on May 12th and see me from 10 to 12. You guys have an awesome week. Make sure you post a video and post in comments, and if you guys are doing the garden party, please post on the blogs of the designers so that they know that you like their block. There's so many great designers out there, and the more comments you leave, the more inspired they are to do more for you. So be sure and leave them awesome comments because they have done some great work and they've shared it for free. So that's it for me. I'm actually going to stop talking now, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.